that you slash all. Yeah. No, I believe he shouldn't be missing with because Vincent is freaking accurate. He shouldn't be missing because the thing is like darkness can make you miss, but if you have high enough accuracy on a weapon, like having like 115, I think is high enough percentage to where you won't miss even if you die under the effect of darkness. But it can also depend on your luck, I think. But, I want to test out how much damage he does with morph. I want to see his morph damage. So you saw the morph damage, like other characters cannot morph for that damage yet. And that's because of the way that his damage work. Okay, so we need to actually, because you saw him miss there, I need to get rid of counter attack for Cloud, which is a bit bad because I really need to level that up at one point. We level up another death blow. I'm gonna level up more materials actually. Just got here for a while actually here. I think it's over here where it is the best thing. I think we're near the chest area actually. I think that slash also has a higher hit or whatever. And I want to show you also where you do the morph trick. Actually, we're gonna do something here. I'm gonna actually. Wait, do I have something stronger that I can use? I don't want to do something that actually kills us though. Explosion on Robocop. I just want to kill off the... I don't want to use all the right arms though, I just want to kill the Cloud. Okay, explosion. Okay, now we got to set up. Now we got to set up here. And technically also if you do the battle message too fast, then it will go faster as well. Because the thing that you would want to set up it with is you set it up with sneak attack, because then you always get the first attack in. I see this matters still a lot, but yeah, but eventually once you get half level also, you will use outspeed these, because you can use start equipping them with, I should probably do that already. Speed plus, speed plus. Do I care about the steel? Yes, I do. But we need speed plus. Didn't I have another speed plus on the character? Yeah, we only got 2 speed pluses in total. So speed plus. Speed plus. Speed plus is not gonna level up from this though. So en miljoner. I don't think we need 2 though. We might even skip that because I don't think we're gonna actually need more health actually. So we go with primitive. We went with luck, right? No. Otherwise, the thing you can skip out of. I forgot exactly how high the primitive helps. If 2 maxed out primitives is enough, because then you could just go with primitive and a single primitive, and maybe it's just that 1 speed plus is there. So like maybe these are 2 like you don't need, maybe 2 like this. Maybe you only need like 1 of these and 1 of these to have it maxed out. Like that's the thing that I don't know if it is or not. So now he has 89 dexterity, 41 luck, and that luck will of course make it so that you have high defense percent, but that also will make it higher chance that you don't miss. If I remember correctly. And my stomach carries. Alright, I had a back attack there, I should have attacked immediately. But yeah, but also like luck also affects your luck. See, sometimes you can get really unlucky though. Yeah, but stuff like that is like, I believe also that, lasers are also very good. I forgot how many lasers we have if we grind up lasers to a high amount. Now, you might wonder, what is lasers for? Lasers are for fighting with a weapon if you want to defeat him without something else. Like without any material equipped. Because the lasers stop him from attacking. Now, most characters can of course deal with a weapon if you get high enough strength. And the fact is, there are things that pierce as weapons. Or like for example, one thing you could also do is for example cursoring. Or like Tifa for example. And then if you have like for example if you would equip Tifa with final attack, then once a person dies from curse ring, they will rest and then they can, you know, do the thing again. Because often both Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon has ways to get MP from you, but there's a way to get the MP back, of course. There are several ways that you can deal with Emerald and Ruby Weapon on like disc 3, but on disc 1 there are different ways. But the reason why I want to do this mainly is because this makes it easier to grind for not only luck, but it makes it easier to grind for all resources. And yes, you can use Yuffie in Conformer and stuff like that. The main problem with Yuffie in the Conformer is that the Conformer scales to the enemy, so there are certain enemies that you won't do enough damage against, and Yuffie still requires to have a lot of levels with Conformer, and she is required to have a lot of power sources behind her. And that's the thing that Vincent technically with his weapon, he doesn't need as much strength. I mean, he does get a lot of strength to Vincent. If you equip Yuffie with the same thing, Yuffie won't still be the powerhouse that Vincent is with her Conformer. That she will still need more than used. And the thing is, I don't think that this works yet. It might. I want to check if it does though, because then we do this morph and all. I don't think that works though. Yeah, that does not work. So there are certain things that you would think that, oh, like morph and all should work, right? But the reason why it doesn't work is because there is a thing that you find later on, which is Mega R, but Mega R you don't find on disc 2, you don't find that until disc 3, which is a bit sad, so you cannot do the thing that would be necessary. Well, that makes it so that you can use like morph a shit ton of enemies at once. I forgot every time it increases how many kills there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 kills, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that this is the most, right, in a battle. There might be battles that are all they have like 6 encounters and stuff like that. So you get 5 encounters each time. 10 encounters, that's 50. That's 50 in total. 10 encounters. So that means that 100 encounters would obviously be 500. And you have a very, very high chance here, as you can see, because we're not getting the single encounter here, which is really good. There's a single encounter that you can get, which you often get in another area. But when you're specifically here at the treasure chest, so this is one, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was the 4 encounter. So usually it will be between 5 and 4 here, always. You will never encounter the single encounter here. This is really good. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because there was 3 in the other one and there's 2 in the front, so 3 or 5. Yeah. With this, yeah, he's also gonna level up the cloud now. So that's the thing that you want. You want him to basically get to, you can get to max level this way basically, but it requires a lot once you pass like 70. Once you pass 70, this is going to take a long time. Of course, if we get, for example, if we get electric plus material from like used to enough shockable racing, we need 2000 because for each one. This is 3, 4, 5. Yeah. That's the 5 encounter. 2 of those in the back and 2 of those in the front. You see here we're getting primitive attack there, like the back attack. And the thing is, like, the back attack always means that you go first. But you see, we're not getting it every time, so it's definitely not maxed out yet. So it might be that you need 2 master, then that counts as being it. I forgot if it's 2 master primitives that is the maximum. Like in HP pluses, there's a maximum of 2 master HP pluses that you can equip on one character. There's the 5 encounter also as well. Now eventually you will use hit all the time, and that it has nothing to do with your accuracy really going up, because your accuracy won't actually go up. Like that's the thing, that is what it's supposed to be. The attack percentage is supposed to be accuracy, but it also is actually, it's more kind of your crit, if that makes sense. The crit value. But one thing you can also do, for example, like if you need healing, you can use high potion, or you can use equip him with something, since all material doesn't work. We just equip him with restore, and I believe you can use magic. Q3 isn't really the best thing to cast because it's pretty expensive. Like Q2 might actually be better to cast. So. Now, of course, the best thing is for example when you have sneak attack, then they're guaranteed to never get moves in. Now, of course, we won't start seeing like the damage go up really crazily yet. But the thing is, like, each damage increase is pretty big though. Like each damage increase is actually pretty significant. But the amount of kills that you need to start getting like the really insane stuff is you need something like 70,000 kills. So you might say that that's like insane. But if you think about how many you can kill per hour, like if you kill 500 for example, so let's say like, okay, so or not, it's going to be more than 500 per hour because 500 is 100 battles. So depending on how many battles you can get per hour, so for example 1,000 battles would be 5,000 obviously. 10,000 battles is going to be 50,000 basically. 10,000 battles. So how long does it take to get 10,000 battles? Is the question. The thing is, of course, obviously that if you have you can use to have like a turbo controller, and then there is something that you can use put on the stick, and there's a way to get into encounters by being at a wall. Like you basically make yourself walk towards the chest. Like I think you put it on the D-pad. The thing is that there's a way to make it like here. I'm not holding up on the D-pad, but there's a way to make him walk or to slightly like do this. There's a way to make him do this. Like if you have a turbo controller, you can make him input like. But there's something that you can do. I forgot what it is that you do. if there is that you rubber band like the stick or whatever, there are certain places where you can do it actually in. I forgot all the places you can do it in though. So, yeah. But you will start seeing where wall attack is going up. Because the next jump, now we're doing like 2200. I believe the next jump that will happen, we will start doing like 3000, 4000 even. I forgot how often it jumps, if it's... I think it's more often than every 500 kill though. Because if there's a back attack you always like you get double damage basically, or you get your crit damage I think. Or even higher than your crits, so yeah. Back attack is of course insane. Keep in mind because the stats go up, your luck stat does actually go up with each level, so yeah. So I'm almost giving that level already. It is very insane like this. Like doing this for 1 hour, I think you can do way more than just 100 battles per hour. Like, depending on how long minutes one takes, so we'll begin at 30 minutes kinda.